Is a frigid, Jamie, very, very cold Friday morning in Montrose, but you're not shivering like I am.
Not anymore, no. Thanks for the coffee.
Exactly. You are very, very welcome. In the studios today, we've got a fun show. Make sure you get online, you comment, you like, you just say, hi, Jamie, because you could be entered to win a $50 cash prize. So I thought, you know what, when you have a bank branch manager on, what do you give away as a prize? Cash! So we've got a lot to talk about today. We have the branch manager of Alpine Bank, Miss Jamie Saff, in the studios, and we are going to have some fun. We're probably going to laugh a lot, and we're going to talk about that green stuff we call money. But before we get to that, there are so many events and deadlines that are coming up that I want to talk about. All right, today, this afternoon, Jamie, I don't know if you even know that this happens every first Friday of the month is Friday's Ladies Afternoon Cocktails. Starts at 3:30, goes until 5 o'clock, and we go to different areas around Montrose. So this afternoon, every boss lady out there, every professional, you can go on, come on out to the bridges, hang out with some amazing women, network chat, and just get to know folks. And the appetizers are on Our Town Matters and Shelter Insurance, and the drinks are on you. So come on out for ladies' afternoon cocktails. And then tomorrow we have the farmers market. It's back. Did you know that our farmers market here goes year round, but in the winter it's every other week? So it is this Saturday, and we haven't had a farmers market in a little bit now, so we're pretty happy about that. But look online at events.ourtownmatters.net. You can see all of the upcoming events, but most importantly, there are deadlines. So the Women of Distinction Awards, which is huge, the nominations are deadlining in about 3 weeks. So if you know any phenomenal women, and I think I know a few, make sure you go online and nominate them for Women of Distinction. Okay, well, I'm going to talk to this woman of distinction here as soon as we come back from a commercial break.
Employees, and we were in a double wide trailer with 4 exam rooms. So that's where we started, behind an elementary school, really focused on taking care of those children. It was a school-based clinic prior to us becoming an FQHC. But very quickly, we realized the community needed a lot more support, a lot more access to healthcare. So in the last 8 years, we've grown to 3 different sites. We have 104 employees now. And we're taking care of about 6,600 unique patients a year.
In Colorado, we come prepared to weather any storm, to choose to see obstacles as challenges that make us stronger and better. When things get hard, we face them, dig in, and rise above. That's why Alpine Bank is proud to call Colorado home. After all, everything we need is right here. You are Colorado. So are we.
Okay, and we're back in the studio with Jamie. Jamie, I have to tell you, your commercial that we just watched makes me want to get outside and do stuff. And then I remember it's cold out there. Do I really want to get out and do those things? But I love how you all focus in on this local community when you do things just like commercials and all the fun and activity that's around. Okay, so I'm going to start with the toughest question of the day, Jamie.
Okay.
A little birdie told me that you're going to be celebrating 21 years with the bank, next month? Yeah. Okay, so I'm assuming child labor laws were still in place. Did they hire teenagers? What?
No, I did start at the bank when I was very young. I was just 22 when I started working at the bank.
You didn't have to tell us your age, and then some of us are doing that.
I didn't, because I did take a little break, so
did you? Okay,
you guys
good.
don't really know how old I was. But yeah, it's been a really wonderful career for me. I started working for the bank and as a teller, and kind of moved around. I've done every job in the bank so far, which I think gives me a really good foundation for my job now. So it's really great.
I think you're absolutely right. You know, what's interesting is people don't stay with an organization that long anymore.
It's true.
So there has to be something special about Alpine Bank as an employer.
Alpine Bank is a really great company to work for. I feel like we have such a phenomenal staff, and we make really good efforts to take really good care of our people, and we have a lot of benefits, but a lot of companies have a lot of benefits. So we really focus on making it a nice place to work, and we work with our employees on flexibility and acknowledging that work-life balance and that family matters and our community matters, giving our employees time to volunteer in the community, and through that, I feel like we get a lot of loyalty from our employees, which is so important, especially in this day and age when people don't stay places very long anymore.
They don't. I moved here 5 years ago in March, and I remember when you just said you give your employees the flexibility to get out and be a part of the community. There is a young lady that stood out to me, and I thought, oh my gosh, she's on every board. She is serving the homeless. She's doing it all. Allison Nadell.
Yeah.
And I have to tell you,
she's amazing.
She truly is. And I believe she's the epitome of what you just talked about.
Yeah, she is the exceptional employee who does that. She's definitely involved, and it's really great. She's a great face for Alpine Bank in the community, for sure.
Well, and that says a lot about you and Alpine Bank and how you not only attract but retain people like Allison. And there are so many others. I mean, there's a gentleman that handled the Chamber of Commerce opening that account, Trey. He is phenomenal. I mean, everyone seems to care.
Yes.
And I love that.
It's great. I mean, it's a great place to work. I feel really lucky. I feel really lucky that. So when I first started working for the bank, we were actually First National Bank.
Oh.
Ridgeway, Ouray, Telluride, and what was our East Montrose branch were the 4 branches of First National Bank.
Really?
And Alpine Bank bought out First National Bank in 2006.
Okay.
And that was something we were understandably a little leery about, but so grateful, so lucky that Alpine Bank picked us up, and a lot of the First National employees that were there then are still with the bank today.
Are you kidding? All right, I have to tell you a crazy story. So I've lived in 6 different states. Montrose is home now. We're not going anywhere. But one of them was in North Carolina, and I lived in the banking capital of Charlotte. It is the insanity of the Bank of America towers and Wachovia and, the wealth management, all of those different, banking entities. Small town banking is so much different. I was a number back then, and if they knew the number, I was surprised. And you can walk into a rural Colorado bank. One, people know your name, and if they don't, they want to. Like how... And I know you've been in rural Colorado most of your banking career, but do you hear any of the trickle down of just being a name and number from some of the larger cities and how people enjoy this relationship banking?
One of the things we really work on at Alpine Bank and hire employees who are interested in being that relationship banker. It's really important. I spent the last 20 years in the Ridgeway location before coming to Montrose this last August, and I knew everyone in town, and we formed relationships with all of our customers. Montrose is a lot bigger, so it's taking me a long time, or I guess I've only been here 5 months, but it feels like it's taking a long time to get to know everybody, but it's certainly something that I'm still very, very focused on. And I enjoy knowing people. I enjoy knowing, who their kids are, or if they have a dog, or, where they came from and why they chose Montrose and why they want to live in Colorado, what they do. It's very different, and it's part of what I think really sets us apart from the larger banks that can't. It's one of the ways that we can really be competitive is by showing that we care, because
you do.
We do. We actually really do. We like our customers.
It's easy to be authentic when you really do care.
Absolutely. It really...
Okay, you guys got to get online, and let's give Jamie some support, because in 5 months, I got to tell you, personally, I'm impressed. You know a lot of people. You've been getting out there and just trying to understand Montrose without coming in and making huge changes. And you have I gotta tell you, you had some tough shoes to fill, and I've been impressed by what you've done. And so
the shadow of Tyler Dahl is a large shadow in many ways.
Yes, literally and figuratively, right? If we all know Tyler, I think he stands at 6'2" or something.
Tyler's great, and you know, I have to say, when Tyler told me, so Tyler was my mentor when I was in Ouray County, and when he told me he was leaving Montrose and getting promoted, I actually almost started to cry. I was because I like him so much and enjoyed him so much. And I said, you know, well, who's going to take your place? And he said, are you interested? You would take such good care of my customers. And I said, really? You know, maybe I'll think about it. And it was the first time I had really, and I thought about it, and I thought, wow, I don't know, you know, Montrose is big for a little Ridgeway girl. But it's been such a great experience, and I'm so grateful to have this opportunity. I'm really, really happy we moved here. Our family is happy here. We're just really liking it and liking the community and the branch, of course.
I love what he said. You would take such good care of my customers.
It was really important to Tyler.
Oh, I remember meeting him. I just moved here, and he said, I was told I need to get to know you. Yeah. Let's have lunch. And he has been just a good friend and confidant over the years, and I look forward to having that same relationship with you. But so, Jamie, I have to say, okay, Ridgeway, you got a couple of kids, right? And so what do they think about Montrose?
Well, so it actually worked out really well. I have 3 kids. My oldest is out of college, out of school. She actually just moved back to Ouray County, so that's been really wonderful. My middle daughter is a freshman in college at CSU, so the timing worked out. So she had just graduated from high school in Ridgeway.
That's so important.
Which I feel like was really important to her, and would have potentially made the decision to come here harder if she had still been in high school. But my son Braden is a freshman, and he has been playing soccer for the Montrose Avalanche Club since 5th grade.
Okay.
So he's been bugging me to move him to Montrose since he was 10 years old.
Braden, Mom looked, she listened to you.
It's been said by my husband that I will do anything for that kid, but in reality, it was really great. That telling him that we were moving to Montrose was one of those moments I'll never forget, because he was so happy and so grateful. And so he loves it here. He plays soccer, he plays basketball, he's fit right in.
Of course he does.
He's really very happy here. So that transition has been really great.
Okay. Well, when we come back, we're going to take a quick commercial break. We're going to talk about some fun stuff like, which city market do you shop at? That's a thing here. I didn't know. But we're going to talk more with Jamie Saff. We're going to have some fun. But we also want to announce a big anniversary that's coming up next year and a few other fun things. We'll be right back.
Believe it, just like Gigfoot, zero-lag gaming does exist. The real myth now? Slow internet made you lose. So step up your game with Elevate Internet today.
At the Real Estate Store, we're a group of real estate professionals who share all forms of property brokering in an innovative way. Our expertise and experience makes us the best choice for buyers and sellers. Our brokers are ready to assist you, either in person or virtually. Come visit us in historic downtown Montrose and experience for yourself the difference of our personal, professional property brokers.
Okay, we're back. I'm, just going to hand the reins over to Jamie. You can just do this show, right? You don't even need me.
Oh, yes, I do.
Okay, so there's some fun facts that I have learned about Montrose that I'm curious, you're 5 months into it, that these are very important things. Now, do you have a preference on grocery shopping?
I do. Of course, right?
Is it the Old City Market or the new one?
I like the new one because it's right across the street from the bank, and it's right by my house. So,
and the sushi. Oh my gosh!
and you can get sushi there.
Exactly.
I can go over there, pick up some flowers, grab some sushi, and be back to work in 10 minutes. So,
exactly.
No, it's great.
Okay.
But both are nice.
They really are. And I like Safeway too. People, they forget about that. They do such a great job there at Safeway. But okay, so the other question is, do you take back roads or do you do all the main roads? Do you do Townsend and Main Street, or have you figured out all the little...
I spend a lot of time on Woodgate and Chipeta.
And guess what? Woodgate is, that should be open and done soon, right?
I think you'll have to talk to the city engineer about that. Yeah,
obviously it's
we're in process for a long time. So the goal, I think, will be to get it open this year. I think there's been some hang-ups. So, but that's kind of how it goes.
Is that going to make things easily accessible for the bank, getting in and out of the bank? Have you heard customers?
I think so. You know, it's just one. It'll make it so that everyone on that side of town won't need to come out onto Townsend to access the bank. So I guess it will, yeah. Because
that's called traffic here. I didn't know that. I said, you've never seen traffic until you tried to get on the loops in Dallas. And,
right.
You know.
Oh, yeah. That's not a place for me. No, the traffic in Montrose is about all I can handle. It's pretty good.
Especially coming from Ridgeway, right?
Yes, exactly.
So, okay. The other thing I want to talk about is, I got to tell you, it was so exciting to be in the bank after hours for, so you hosted, the Alpine Bank hosted a Chambers of Business after hours event a couple of months ago. And it was the coolest thing I think I've ever been to. I mean, think about it.
The bank was the coolest place you've ever been? That's so nice,
and
Tanya.
After hours, it's close. Jamie's picking on me, but no, I do have a life. I got an 8-year-old, a cute little husband.
Banks are fun. Nobody really realizes that, but banks are fun, especially ours.
Yes, it was so, I mean, everything was just brand new, looking great.
Yeah, it's a beautiful building.
So your staff, someone asked, can we go in the vault? And they go, we'll have to lock you in there. But it was such a fun business after hours. I think, if I remember correctly, we had to kick people out at 7 o'clock because they were just lingering and having a nice time.
Yeah, it was really great.
So does the community like the bank being in one building and just a new facility as a whole? Have you had good feedback?
For the most part, you know, it's really convenient for everyone to be able to come into the branch and be able to talk to who they need to talk to because everyone is under that roof. With the 2 locations, I think there was times when people would go into the East Montrose location and there was no one available to talk to about a loan or about, you know, wealth management or mortgage or whatever. And so now we can, just being all under one roof is really helpful. It's also really good for the staff to feel like one team.
Yes.
And, you know, I think that improves the customer experience a lot, knowing that the staff is all working really hard together to take care of everybody.
You know, I don't mind telling on myself, I've gone to the wrong branch a time or two when I've had meetings there, and I'll get a call, where are you, Tanya? Oh, well, I'm here. Where are you? No, we're at the other location.
Yeah, so. I think, you know, that was always the main location, and so it's a great spot, and it's a beautiful building. They did a really nice job.
Yes, and I love how you all help support the community. You have this, what is it called? The Banner Bar that Ken Holyfield with Go Big Banners. It's that A-frame. You put different, you know, banners out promoting the different events around town, and you offer that space. If anyone has a banner, you know, I've gotten calls saying if we've ordered a banner for a client, well, Alpine Bank has agreed to put it out there, and I was like, really? So how you guys are just truly community oriented?
We absolutely are, which is one of the best things about Alpine Bank. I mean, it's what really sets us apart. We have this amazing program, which to my knowledge, no other bank does, called our Loyalty Debit Card Program.
Oh, what is that?
So through that program, we have different cards with different affiliations. We have community, environment, education, Colorado Mountain College, Fort Lewis College, Children's Hospital. I think I got them all. Anyway, depending on which card you choose to use with your personal bank account, every time you use your card, we donate, Alpine Bank donates, 10 cents into an internal fund, and then we use for each affiliation, and then we use that money throughout the year to donate to different nonprofits within our region. So the cool thing about it is if you bank with the Montrose branch, your money goes to Montrose.
Okay.
If you bank with, Grand Junction, your money stays in Grand Junction for the most part. I mean, obviously, we don't have a Fort Lewis College here. We don't have a Colorado Mountain College here. We don't have a children's hospital here, but the four main ones, they all stay local. And through that program, Montrose donated over $110,000 in 2021 back into the community.
Are you kidding?
Which is it's an amazing thing, and it really does. Where you bank does matter because you're contributing. People just by using their debit card are contributing to
the
that
community, yes,
through Alpine Bank's donation to that fund. So it's really an awesome program. Next year is our 50-year anniversary. So Alpine Bank. First year was 1973, and I should know the date, but I don't. And I was going to look it up, but I didn't. So
either way, it's 50
but it
years,
opened
yes.
in 1973. So next year will be our 50-year anniversary, and we're working on something really fabulous to celebrate that. I can't reveal what that might be yet, but I will tell you that it will most likely have to do with community donations and loyalty debit cards. So. It's something
Don't worry,
that
Montrose,
really
I got a way
of.
of getting it out of her. Wink, wink. No, that's 50 years. That's amazing.
Yeah, it's very cool.
And you guys celebrate anniversaries in phenomenal ways. So last year was the 20th anniversary of the Montrose branch, correct?
It was, yep.
And if I remember correctly, you had movie night, bowling night. You did all sorts of things for the community to celebrate.
It was really very cool. That was kind of right while Tyler was transitioning out and I was starting to transition in. But I was able to go to the bowling night and help hand out hot dogs to customers, and we paid for everyone's bowling. And we paid, we really tried to focus on businesses that were impacted by COVID. To help them get a boost for a night,
that was so important, and I know John Bullington. He's been a dear friend and a client of Our Town Matters for years. And when the bowling alley had to shut down, it was, they employ people, and it was tough for them. So
absolutely,
on his behalf, I just appreciate you doing that, and the movie theater too. I mean, it's just been really tough for small businesses, and the opportunity to bounce back through support from the bank and other businesses is phenomenal.
Yeah, thank you.
You're welcome.
We were really excited to be able to be a part of helping.
Good. All right, so I want to talk about something fun because I have an 8-year-old who's in school. You guys have this program that I have to check my notes here. It's you give money towards kids' grades. So it just ended last week for you do it twice a year. So tell us about this program.
So it's called Pays for A's, and we have, let's see. We open up so that anyone with kids in school, in every one of our branches, of course, can bring report cards in for their kids. And if they are still on the grading level of 1 through 4, as opposed to A through B, then then we will draw random cards and give back up to $50 for a perfect report card to the kids that whose report cards we draw. So it's a really awesome program. We used to do it every semester, but the dates never lined up, or every quarter, and so now we do it twice a year, and we just draw twice as many cards.
Okay.
So that we give just as much. So I've been told that we used to be able to do a kind of a party, and we would have like 10 kids come in with their families and have some snacks and stuff. With COVID, we backed off of that, but I think that we will probably start doing something like that again. Hopefully by the end of year drawing, we can do something a little more celebratory, because it's a fun thing. And
oh, yes.
It's a great way to support kids in their education and to encourage them to get good grades. And
it helps the parents out.
It helps the parents. It's an awesome thing.
So my 8-year-old, he'll say, I'll say, Preston, you're, on the line with a B. You may not. We've got to get this changed. Mom, a B is just as good. And
yes.
So we have been on A honor roll. We're going to stay. The goal is to stay there, but this will help encourage him. Yes. And we'll say we have to take it down to Alpine Bank.
Definitely, because a B is worth $5, but an A is worth 10. So tell your son to work hard.
Do the math, exactly.
Yeah.
So we'll do that. Well, Jamie, I got to tell you, this has been fun. There's one more thing I want to talk about, unless I was remiss and completely forgot something. Mobile banking. Why is that so important?
Oh, that's a great question,
Is
Tanya. So right now we are actually doing sort of a push for our mobile deposit and mobile app products, just because they're so convenient, and a lot of people don't know or realize how convenient they can be. So our online banking, we did kind of changed our online program that didn't go as smoothly as we had hoped it would, but now everything is working great. And our new online platform and our mobile platform look the same and act the same, which was one of the goals with revamping that product. And our mobile app is so awesome. You can make deposits through the app just by taking a picture front and back of your check and submitting it. It doesn't get posted on the weekend, so it gets posted Monday through Friday up to 6 o'clock in the evening. And then with the mobile app, you can also just do so many things. If you lose your card or you misplace it, you can freeze your card until you find it, or you can cancel your card if you notice fraudulent charges and it's the weekend. You can cancel it right there. Obviously, you can look up your transactions, pay your bills. Pretty much anything that you could do on the online platform on your physical computer, you can do through our mobile app. So it's just a really great thing, and we're kind of promoting awareness of the app and the mobile deposit product just because it's so convenient, and so many people are racing to get to the bank before it closes so that they can get their deposit in, when really they can just take a picture.
So is that the mobile app available for individual banking as well as business banking? Okay, great.
Yep.
That would make a huge difference for local businesses who take in a lot of checks as opposed to just running credit cards. Because I know I'm the one racing to the bank, during certain days.
Unfortunately, you can't mobile deposit cash. I did have a customer ask me that once, so you can't actually take a picture of the cash. But you can do the checks, and
I don't know who that person is. If you were the one
I'll
that
never
asked.
tell. But it was a pretty great conversation.
I love it.
Absolutely. But checks, it's just super convenient. My husband had a flip phone until about 8 months ago. He was kicking and screaming, did not want the smartphone. I showed him how to mobile deposit his check. If he can do it, anybody can do it.
Well, talking about having difficulties with technology, there's a young lady that works for us who told me a story yesterday about, and now I have to tell you, she's a 20-something, and she said, my most embarrassing moment, I'm sitting in the drive-through of the bank, and I need to make a deposit, and they sent me a deposit slip, and I'm looking at this saying, I don't know what to do with this. I don't know what to do with this. And see, as she had the mobile app, and I promised Shelby that I wouldn't tell her name, but she said, if she had your mobile app, she could have just easily made that deposit.
She wouldn't have had to fill out that deposit slip.
No, not at all.
No, that's a great story, and that is something that she is not the only younger person who does not know how to fill out a deposit slip. So it's definitely the mobile deposit takes that away.
It does.
Or you can just learn how to fill out a deposit slip, and anyone at Alpine Bank is happy to show you how.
See, there you go. There's no need to sit there and just, praying someone will call you back.
And get nervous. Right?
Exactly. Oh, Jamie Saff with Alpine Bank. We are just thrilled that you are a part of this community now.
Thank you.
And just your fun and your energy and your knowledge that you bring. Keep doing what you're doing, and just know the community is here for you as well.
Thank you.
You're very welcome.
I really appreciate it.
Okay, you guys stay warm on this Friday morning, and we will see you next week.